Episode 27 of Snacks and Suplexes. Today we have Megan D, formerly known as Lillie Mae on the independent circuit, who is now a referee. How are we doing today, Megan?
I'm doing well, Michael. How are you doing?
I'm tired. I'm getting old.
Aren't we all?
I got called sir at work.
Oh no, it's one of
I'm
those
like,
moments.
no, no, because I don't know if it's the same way for you, but getting called ma'am in certain situations, like, I'm not that. But then you realize ma'am is a very endearing term. Like the first time my wife said bless your heart to me,
Oh no.
I thought it was a term of endearment. Nope,
Oh
nope.
no,
You
sweetheart.
screwed up. You
No.
screwed up.
That's like, I want you to know that what you did was stupid, but I can't let you know that I know. So I'm going to try to be as sweet as I can.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
that's definitely a southern thing.
Uh-huh. As I was saying before the camera was on, my wife's from Georgia, and she
Hmm.
recommended that I drop the bow tie, and I actually have a dress shirt and dress pants on, just to go the full costume. And we're here with Latino Heat TM as well, who's in the comments, who got me in contact with you. My twin brother, actually.
Hi, how are you?
He was supposed to be on here, but things happen, life happens. But I roll with the motto that they have in pro wrestling: card subject to change. I've ran with
Yeah,
that for
hey,
a while.
we call everything on the fly.
Oh, absolutely. I don't want to call that old school, but it's something that I love to hear.
No,
When a
it's
wrestler
old
first,
school. You could call it that. Like that's I mean, most things are called in the back now prior to the match. But hey, to me, the better you can get at calling it on the fly, if something goes wrong, the better you're at covering it up.
oh, absolutely. I what Roy's like, you should interview her. She's a ref that used to be a wrestler. I was like, okay, and I actually knew who you were wrestling, but I messaged you, and you're like, I used to be a wrestler as well, and you sent me Lillie Mae, and the first thing that popped in my head when I saw the name is the last name a tribute to Mae Young.
No, it is not.
Nah,
So, that was my great grandmother's name. So I'm from Moody, Texas, originally. Like it has 1,400 people from it, and I wanted to really pay tribute to my roots when I started creating my gimmick. So I went with Lillie Mae, and it stuck with me, and people still call me Lily.
hey, I mean, I get it. Who is that? James Ellsworth. A lot of his Joe Marco I've done a previous interview with. He still calls him Jimmy, and he gets corrected every time. Like when they first see each other each time, like when they first like run back into each other. And I think that's hilarious because there's Fit. He hasn't been called Fit Finley in years on camera, but everybody says Fit. So it's one of those.
Right.
I get it. I get it. But let's go to the let's go to that first match. You versus Paloma Star. What was that? 2008, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it was in August of 2008. My first time in Amarillo, as far as wrestling was concerned. And Paloma, man, well, she just went by Star at the time. But man, she was hard hitting. It was a broad education. I had been pretty green at the time, if you will. Only been working about 5 months, and the Texas female wrestling scene was very small. Like Texas is so large, you have to travel to get exposure and to work. And I had mainly been working the smaller men in my area, and that was around San Antonio and Austin, is where I started out, and went up there and it was one of those things. It was like you learn to call it on the fly because she was like, "We're not calling anything back here. Here's the finish." And I was babyface. She was heel, and it was my first championship match. And man, she gave me a power bomb at the end of it, I believe. And one, two, three, I was done and learned really quick about the Latinas in Texas wrestling.
I understand what you mean. The first pro wrestling event, independent pro wrestling event I went to was Paloma Star versus Kenzie Page or something. Not Kenzie
Yep.
Page. That was a NWA talent, I think. But she faced, I can't remember who she was, but the other woman hit Paloma right in the chest with the forearm. Paloma came back with one a little bit higher, almost bridge of the nose. And you could tell, like, she's like,
Mm,
oh, because she was super nice to all the fans at the intermission. But that forearm, like, to a 19-year-old kid, seeing someone hit that hard where the other person was like, oh, I just screwed up. That was like, I know what you're talking about. She was super nice when we met her at the intermission, but I should message her and see if she remembers that at all. I should.
no, she was one of the nicest people, and around that era, I'm telling you, like when you went into a new promotion and you were being introduced to the women there, everybody's guard was so up because you were always that one female in that promotion or that main female in that promotion, and everybody fought for that title. Excuse me. So when we only worked that one time alone, and then we had worked another Rumble style match in Cypress, Texas, for it was NWA Wow with Tugboat Taylor at the time.
I was looking at a lot of your opponents. You and Amanda Fox had war.
Yeah,
Amanda,
we
you.
we killed each other, man. Fun fact, we lived with each other for a while too. Um, I was a nurse as my shoot job, and she was living in Houston at the time. And when I was training with Booker and her, and she wanted to venture out and get more exposure in other promotions. So I was like, you know what? I got a spare room. Come crash with me. So we trained, and everything was so crazy. Excuse me one second. But Austin, Houston. I'm trying to think all the places we worked together. Hmm. And I know
We
you've got your screen up.
Dallas, Texas, Live
Yeah.
Oaks. Where's this other one? Mohawk, Texas.
Yeah, Mohawk was in Austin.
Yeah, but I actually have it pulled up, and I try to be like on point with things. I was like Amanda Fox because I'm watching with the left eye, other screen with the right eye. Whoop! She ran away. No. Oh, there's my cursor. She ran away. She'll be back. I hope so. She's awesome. Love checking in. Hey, Josh, it's great to see you, man. Excuse me. Ooh. But y'all hear nothing. But while we're right here at a pause, I plan on having a few more guests over the next few weeks. I have a few in mind, and I hope to have someone next Saturday as well. Hopefully, if he's not busy, I hope he can hop in. I'd be happy to have him anytime. We still have, yes, we are. Hey, Jackson Sane's live tonight. Nice. I'm watching every corner of my screens. While we're at a hiatus, let's just check to see. Remember, subscribe to the Snacks and Suplexes channel. We go off subscriptions. We enjoy what we do. We try to hit the top highest wrestling facts and enjoy the little things in wrestling. Because if it isn't for the fans, we would not be here today. And my hair's a mess.
How do you feel being Jeff Cobb once again? That's great. I thought it was there. So well, like the next thing is I have change.
There we go. There we go. It's not even the first technical difficulty on here. My second episode ever, my internet went out.
Honestly, my dog knocked the router over.
Hey, you gotta love them.
So,
They're like children that can't talk back, but their look says it all.
yeah, his name is Sancho, and he's a terrier, a long-haired terrier, and he's a mess.
You gotta love
But
them though.
yeah, so back to what we were saying. No more interruptions.
Yes. We were going over you and
Amanda Fox, yes.
Amanda Fox. Yes, yes. I'm sitting
So,
here like looking at all these cool names.
right. So when Amanda had asked me to come train with her with Booker T in Houston. So I traveled down there once a week to train for a few months, and then we had our first match together. I believe it was at Mohawk in Austin, and it was my first match back at Anarchy Championship Wrestling after taking a hiatus. And I, I'm telling you, man, she was. I wish she would have stuck with wrestling. I haven't talked to her in forever, but she was one of those people you knew was going to make it. She just had something about her, and it was magic in the ring to me. She ended up beating me by cheating. Obviously, she's a heel, and I really was never a heel very many places. But then she beat me in that match, and then we wrestled again in Cyprus. That's around the Houston area, and she beat me there. Um, oh man, it was so many matches. It's hard to keep track of them all. And then she kind of just took a step back from wrestling. We never actually got to finish our brawl. And after she moved out of my house, we really didn't keep in contact. There was no ill will or any falling out or anything. Just life happens.
I understand that, but never say never in wrestling. You may
That's a
run into her
fact.
at you may run into her at a show and be like, "Are we going to do this again as a short YouTube segment?" Like I've ran into a lot of wrestlers on the street. Josh Lewis is one that I was surprised to see, and he's like, "You don't want a photo or anything?" No, I just want to shake your hand and walk away. He's like,
Right.
"That's different." I was like, "I don't need photos with the wrestlers. I just like the conversations because there's so many good stories. There's so many good ones." But
Oh, absolutely.
into questions, we haven't even gotten into one yet. What is your go-to snack? Like when you were on the road or at home, what's that go-to snack?
Oh, blue heat Takis with holy guacamole.
I've had the blue Takis. They aren't bad. I don't
No,
do
and
spicy much anymore.
I mean, I can't do them that often, not because of I can't do spicy, but they're so bad for you.
Oh, I understand that. That's why I went to a healthier snack. Peanut butter filled pretzels. Peanut butter nuggets, as some people would call them.
Ooh, I love peanut butter, but I am allergic to peanuts, so I take a risk every time.
Almond butter isn't bad, but it's not the same thing. Cashew butter,
And almond butter is the closest I've found. But what is normally my go-to snack is I always keep those jelly pouches. I know they sound like it sounds like baby food, but they are sugar-free jelly pouches. They're like 30 calories, and they're all different fruit flavors. And there's ones with collagen, and they have extra vitamins in them, and they're actually pretty tasty. You can get them at natural foods and places like that.
I know what you're talking about because I had someone try one. I can't do a lot of that stuff because my body it doesn't like soy. It's not supposed to have dairy. It's like I'm a walking mess here. Like most of the stuff I eat is very processed because there's going to be no dairy, no. It looks very bland, my diet now. Now it does because at 31 I decided to start finally taking care of my body.
Oh, hey, even when I was like actively wrestling and on the road, I ate like garbage. Um when I stopped wrestling in 2013, I was like 180 pounds. I was pretty portly, and then at my heaviest I got to 205, and then I was like, I can't do this. So the past 4 years I've lost about 100 pounds, and like I'm in the best shape I've ever been,
Oh,
and
absolutely.
I
I
will
I
not go back.
when I first pulled up, I was like, I was honestly questioning if I was looking up the right Lillie Mae because I was like, you were very toned and like you have defined shoulders. I was like looking at first, and then I looked directly at the eyes, and it's the same eyes. So I was like, okay, I got the right one. Like
Yeah, no,
I was still worried I was working.
I was definitely corn fed.
Hey. I don't have the photo here. Dang it! My wife is on the shorter 5'2", and she's got a little bit of curve to her. So hey, nothing wrong with that. She knows how to
No,
cook,
absolutely not.
and I gained a bunch of weight with her. I went from 120 pounds to 200 in less than a year, or less
Well,
than
that's
2 years.
happy weight. That's definitely happy weight.
Yes, I'm back down to 184 right now, so I'm comfortable. She
Nice.
said if I lose any more
Congratulations.
weight, she's gonna have to put it back on because if I get
Well,
too skinny, she won't be able to catch me because I've been a marathon runner for the past almost the last 13 years.
oh yeah. Like I hate running unless like I don't know, when you're in your head and nothing else will take care of it. That's the only time I enjoy running. So
Oh,
marathons wouldn't be for me.
I have a blank look in my eyes. I'm usually like playing through movies or old wrestling matches in my head while I'm running because I can remember most of that stuff or what's said on commentary. But yes, I did run. There we go. I gotta actually use my notes because I can never remember what I'm going to say. Do
How
you
dare you?
collect any? Right. Do you collect any wrestling memorabilia or have any stuff from previous matches, refing or wrestling?
So I have 8x10s from almost everybody I ever worked. Um, I made it like a point that I knew I wasn't always gonna be in wrestling or be able to wrestle. So I wanted to be able to preserve those memories, and that way I can be like, hey, oh yeah, I remember I wrestled Jessica James in 2009 at Hooligans in San Antonio for the qualifier for the American Joshi Queen of Queens tournament, you know? And
Yes,
then
and
I can
go ahead.
preserve the art of storytelling to my children instead of just playing a match. I can actually tell them about it and paint a picture.
Oh, that is actually awesome. Like the play-by-play from anyone talking about a match, like Mick Foley talking about Hell in a Cell. Like, oh, I remember
Hmm.
everything till this point. Or Undertaker saying, after getting a concussion in a match, saying, I don't know the match. You understood how that I understood that too. I'm like, that sucked. Like, but I understand the 8x10 thing because everyone on this wall except one person has been on the podcast, Malenko here, but he has a very busy schedule and he
Absolutely.
wrestles 6 shows a week. So he's
Oh my
very
goodness.
busy right now. Like,
Right.
he's a very busy man and I respect that.
Well, I mean, in wrestling, to be busy is a great thing.
Yes. Anthony Toatelli, he told a great story how this is the busiest he's been in wrestling since before 2018. So I've
Really?
been
Yeah.
watching him
Cool.
since 2015. So he's been busier now than ever. And he's been on WWE programming 3 times
Hmm.
for like background work or security work, which he says it's a
Extra
great
work, yeah.
experience. It's like, and he was out at when night's main event was here in Fort Wayne. Him, uh, who else was that? Another guest that I've had on here were extras during that Saturday night's main event at a show where I was at. So it's really cool like that, like going through and Chris Owens, that's his name. He was on here in my first 20 episodes, but my brain's a little
I
after
never
being
got to
sick
be.
and
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
you're good. What were you gonna say?
I never got to be an extra per se. I got to one of my friends was when they had like the 100 John Cena's at WrestleMania standing there doing that. I wasn't one of those, but one of my friends was, and I was like the plus one.
Hey, that's
So
cool though.
I
That's
mean, I
that's
got
probably my favorite John entrance of all time. I'm not even lying because you're like, that's an army of John Cena's. Like, it's never going to be redone.
well, it was hilarious watching people get ready for that because these are all like pretty much the same size guy or gentlemen, and a bunch of them have different tattoos everywhere, and they're putting pantyhose over their tattoos. They're putting makeup over their tattoos, and you're like, what's gonna happen? Because you have no clue. I mean, obviously for the show, we didn't get to stay back there, but we got to see all of that production and what it entails, and man, it was a lot of fun.
Oh, absolutely. Because now I'm picturing who was that WrestleMania 25 John Cena versus Big
25,
Show
yep.
versus Edge.
Hmm.
Yes, I remember that so vividly now that you bring that up. Can you figure out which one he is while standing or is it just
No, no, I'm telling you, like they made everybody look
yeah.
exactly the same, and obviously they did that so nobody would stand out. But I know a few people that have been signed since then that were one of those people.
That's still really cool because you can say you had or you can say you're one of 100 people to have a WrestleMania entrance and no one knows where you are exactly. Like it's something I've
Something
never I
unique for
yeah.
sure.
Oh, absolutely. It's like somebody saying they've been security for WWE a certain number of times or have wrestled people who only had 22 matches, but those 22 matches stand out. Like that's why I love wrestling because I love statistical stuff. Connecting other
Right.
wrestlers to everything because
And
for a third party chance, it's always amazing.
you never know who you're going to get to meet. I never thought that I was going to get to not only meet Jazz and Rodney Mack, but wrestle Jazz and wrestle her on more than one occasion, and then wrestle in a tag team groundbreaking match between it was Awesome Kong and her between versus me and Simply Luscious, who was the only female that was trained or graduated from the Shawn Michaels Wrestling Academy. So in that match, it was groundbreaking because a woman's match had never been main event, especially a tag match. And it was not for any belt. It was not for any other reason except we could do it.
Oh,
And
absolutely. I mean, there was probably a lot of tears shed after that match, I'm thinking.
oh, it was to me it was unreal. Like I watched Jazz in '98 on ECW and all the way up until she wasn't signed with them anymore. And it was unreal.
Jazz,
And
I honestly will say this, Jazz, when she was wrestling guys, made it more believable than China.
oh, and Jazz is 5'2", but she is a beast. So in the match, I messed up a spot. I don't care about owning up to my mistakes. So I gave her a snapmare, and you know that everybody does the snapmare, then the kick to the back, right? Yeah, I did. I did the toe to the kidney.
Oh,
She got up, no sold it first of all, and like slapped me in the face and proceeded to put me in an STF view like shoot style and was like, "Are you gonna relax now?" And that's old
oh, that,
school wrestling. Like people don't do that anymore.
oh, absolutely not. I will say this: no matter where Jazz went, she main evented because she carried NWA for a while. She carried the women. She won the women's belt in her debut in WWE,
Yep,
ECW. She didn't have other women to wrestle, so she wrestled
they
everyone.
wrestled men. Yeah,
She stood up. I think she stood up face to face to 911, who's what 6'6", 6'8",
six
something like
six.
that,
Yeah,
and he did not back down. She stared him in the eyes, or not in the eyes, into his chest like it was nothing. But let's just say she's probably the top five toughest women of all time. Mae Young and Moolah being two of the toughest because 80 years
I'll
old
definitely
taking a
put.
power bomb.
Dude, man, you're not gonna convince me that wouldn't break me now.
Oh,
So,
absolutely. But I
but
want to get Bully Ray to talk more about May because those stories always make me smile because she always said,
oh,
treat me like one of the boys.
I remember watching that going, she's not gonna do this. She's not. Oh, yeah, there she goes. She's going through a table, and they 3D'd her through the table at the end of well, it was like 2002 or three.
What?
Anyways, but then like they said she was walking around cutting up backstage afterwards. Like, what 80-year-old woman does that?
The love of the business. The love of the business.
And then that whole gimmick with Mark Henry and her having the hand baby was money.
Oh, absolutely.
Gosh.
Did you did you see Raw 1000 when they brought the hand back?
Yes. Oh my. Like, oh,
Um,
like who is sick enough to think about this stuff? Wrestlers. That's who.
oh, absolutely. May was having a ball, but being a ref you are now,
Mhm.
and knowing what you know now about wrestling, knowing May squeezed Bully's hand to make sure he was okay, that
Yeah,
little
give him the
signal, that
Iggy.
yes, it's one of those things where I look at it now like May was selling that for real. Like I thought she had died. I was, I think, 5 or 6 years old, but I saw that I'm like, you can't hit old people. You're not allowed to hit old people.
No, that's a
And
felony.
oh, absolutely. And I'm sitting here like, and Bully Ray's like, you could see the look on his face. Yes, I know it was part of the character, but you could see the genuine care because he was kind of looking down at her like, what did I do? Am I? But
And
yes,
if
that
you
is.
ever watched any big move and anything like that, you can always tell if people are going into business for themselves or if they're like actually for the business because you'll see that split second of concern. I don't care who you are, what it is. It can be an indie show with 3 people in the crowd, or it can be WrestleMania 9,000. with Taker Zero and whatever, and he's gonna tombstone somebody, but he's gonna check on them.
Oh, absolutely. It's the little things in wrestlers, the golden rule. Take care of your opponent, protect them no matter what. I loved that, and May Young made the Dudley Boys, and if she were alive
Absolutely.
during their induction to the Hall of Fame, I would have wanted that.
No, I'm
I would have
sure
bought
that hand would have been in a carriage with it would have been money. Yes.
it. Oh, absolutely. Next question.
Yeah.
What sparked your love in wrestling? Like, what was your first memory of wrestling?
Okay, so it's very easy for me. Wrestling apparently was generational before I knew it was. My mother, my aunt, and my mama loved to go to the sportatorium and watch the Von Erichs. And I know that's very cliche to say about Texas wrestling fans, but that was the go-to place in Texas wrestling at the time. So, unfortunately, my twin sister passed away in 1995, and our family, you kind of tend to pull apart when things like that happen. And I found some 8x10s of the Von Erichs, like signed 8x10s, and I was like, "What are these?" And I didn't know what wrestling was. I was 11 years old. Um, and we were at my aunt's house going through them, and my aunt started talking about them, and then my mom got involved, and then my mama, and that was 95. No, I'm sorry, that was 97 or 98 when I found them. So I was 13 or 14. I was just going into high school, and the best time, in my opinion, about wrestling, the beginning of the Attitude Era was going on, and my aunt was like, "Well, it's on USA on Monday nights at 7 o'clock. You can watch it. We know you have cable." So in passing, I was like, "I'm gonna start seeing what this is about. Why my mother, grandmother, and aunt were so into it." And it was like mesmerizing to me instantly. And I remember in 1999 they played Armageddon. It was a pay-per-view. It was on New Year's Eve, and everybody was so like saying that the power was going to go out, and we all watched a pay-per-view live for the first time then, and we committed to that our being our family time was wrestling.
I can tell you, I remember I wasn't around for the first 3 or 4 years of the Attitude Era, but in wrestling, my favorite match that I was introduced to on a VHS tape where half the tape was all crinkly and everything, and you couldn't make it out. Austin versus Bret Hart, you could see like
Oh
the
my
lines
gosh.
through it, and Austin pushing up, like fighting for his life to get in the rope and passing out. I'm like, that's what I want to do. But life happens. I had a family. Every time I've gotten involved in the business, something has happened. So I started this for my own enjoyment of wrestling and watching other fans.
Hey, I mean, I am a firm believer that there is a place for everybody in the wrestling business, whether it be a fan, because that is definitely a place in the business. You're the reason that we were there trying to, make the magic that we make. Um, so it doesn't just have to be a wrestler or a referee. There's so many things that people don't realize go into a wrestling production. And this, like podcasts like this, help get the word out about like independent wrestlers, about up and coming people that you should keep your eye on.
Oh, absolutely. There's Cake Monster, who's my favorite guy to watch. He's exactly what you think he is. He's honestly one of the
Oh
sweetest human beings, and he was one of the first people I hung up on the wall. He's on the top right corner. Him and his
wow.
partner, Camden Francis, both are stand-up guys. Him and I were talking for almost 2 hours, like just shooting back and forth. He's like, you he he's a good guy, and he was trained by Congo Kong, who I also had a tag team match with Awesome Kong, who tagged
Uh-huh.
against another guest of mine, Joseph Schwartz, and his wife Randy West. And I've
Oh my
actually watched
gosh.
that match completely. I'm very good at like talking, so I try my best to do it. You said Armageddon. Oh, that was Over the Edge in '99.
Yeah, like Kane was on the poster of it. Um, I'm trying to remember the matches exactly, but like that's been a while back. Um,
December 12th, 1999.
yes,
No.
yes. Jarrett. So the big reason why Armageddon wanted to stick out to or was stuck out to me was because I thought Jericho was gonna do something huge, like because he had just came in from WCW to change the WWF or WWE, and I was a huge Jericho fan. Um, in the midst of watching it and trying to get an education on wrestling, and then I was kind of like, meh. I remember kind of being disappointed.
He faced China that night. But she was a pioneer. She covered so many great things.
I didn't understand women's wrestling then. No, I really didn't.
No,
I was
no.
all
She
like,
had a match
eh.
against Tessa Blanchard.
And my I love my aunt to death, but she is not necessarily a women's wrestling fan. And when I started wrestling, she was like, "I'm not watching it. I'm not doing it." I was like, "Why?" She was like, "You're getting hit in the face, and you're a chick." And I was like, "So they do it." And
Fair, fair, fair. I'm not like I understand both sides of that. Like I understand, and the love of wrestling is something that my daughter's done. Like after I watch a lot of wrestling, she will sit there and chop me like over the chest repeatedly, and it's so sweet. Her hands are roughly that big compared to mine. We're like
uh,
half the size, so it's funny. But I'm afraid she's gonna do it to a wrestler one day. Like she's tough as nails at 5 years old with autism. She is tough as nails. Like she hears no, you can't do that. Oh, you don't want
oh
me to do that, but
really?
I know I can.
Right.
She's in the process. We have a mini trampoline where she's tight roping across the cage of it, like tight roping it. I'm like, girl, no. She's just doing it out of spite.
She's fearless.
Oh, absolutely. Uh, you stopped wrestling in 2013, you said, from what
Mhm.
was it, a neck injury? Or
Yes. So, I was wrestling at Anarchy Championship Wrestling, and it was a 8-person tag match. And those can get kind of crazy when they get to the outside. And um, uh, a fantastic independent wrestler, Angela Armstrong, she was jumping off the ring post, and how I ended up in the front of that cluster, bad word, is beyond me, but I got shoved and she landed the trunk of her body landed right here and it pushed my neck down and it fractured the spinous process off of my C7 vertebrae, which actually ended up being a relatively good thing because I found out that I have a birth defect that was in my brainstem. So my brainstem is actually in the top of my neck.
ooh.
Yeah, so starting the end of the abrupt end of my wrestling career.
Yes. I
And
mean, it probably was a tough pill to swallow saying you couldn't wrestle again. They didn't say you couldn't get back in the ring, but it was
exactly. Well, I was completely devastated. Like wrestling, I had dedicated almost, I mean, the better part of a decade to it. I knew connections. Like I firmly believe if I was in the shape I am now and I was then, I would have actually had an opportunity to be somewhere. But I digress on that. But when you don't have any other outlet besides your shoot job, wrestling, your shoot job, like it's your life, and you just have to stop. And you're still going to shows, and you're still seeing the same people, but you're seeing them perform, and you're seeing them elevate themselves, and I was, you know who Jordan Miles is? ACH.
Yes. No, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was on the independent scene with him. Keith Lee, Athena, um, I'm trying to think about the local people that I knew. That Jordan Grace was my very last match. Like, I had the opportunity to go somewhere because I had people around me to elevate me. Not everybody had that opportunity. And for it to just stop, man, yeah, you talk about being like everybody around you died. And
I
it doesn't,
mean,
it doesn't
I
matter that your family is there for you. It like you appreciate it, but it didn't matter. Nobody understood.
I've never had a broken neck, but I've had multiple, or I broke both hips in the span of 2 days.
Oh my
It's
God.
the hard part was being told I couldn't run again. I never stopped. I took it as a challenge, and within a year, I was running again. It sucked. It hurts every time now, but I understand like being told you can't do what you love anymore. With the neck injury and your pre-existing medical condition, there's no good way about it. There was nothing good. Like being told you can't wrestle, it pretty much felt like you had someone laying on your back and just
Yeah, and as funny as it is, like yeah, I'm gonna dive deep into this part of it because this is like a part of who I am now is with my sobriety and doing advocacy for pain patients. Um, I was in a tremendous amount of pain, and they changed the law about opiates in 2014. And that's when they started rescheduling everything and making it harder. So I was right in the middle of my neck thing, my brain thing. Got pregnant with my son in 2014, and boom, all of a sudden my pain medicines cut off my what I felt like was my lifeline. I didn't even know what the problem at the time. I had an actual problem that I quit wrestling, and I guess the emotional trauma and the physical trauma just made me think I needed an outlet like pills. And man, that was a very dark time for me. Like the birth of my son, like helped save my life, but I'm not gonna say it did because I was still dealing and coping with something's missing, as awful as that sounds. Um, I mean, then I was dealing with postpartum depression after that. So what do you think they do for that? They give you more pills. And man,
it's a nice little pharmacy I take each morning, so I understand.
well, and then you realize after you wake up for taking or being in a fog for a couple of years, hey, I cannot do this shit anymore. Excuse my language. Um, um, like you can't do this anymore. So it took me getting a DUI. I mean, I was literally just going to the store, got a DUI, got pulled over, and that was it. I was done with it. I was not going to be that person anymore. Wasn't going to do it.
Hey, all it takes is that one push. I have a background with addiction, so I have a small understanding. I stopped drinking the day my twins are born, and I don't
Praise
plan on
God.
going back until they invite me to have a drink with them on their 21st birthday. That is my first thought. But I'm
Yeah.
very big on sobriety. I understand it to a small point, but a point was just brought up to me. You had a match against Tessa Blanchard, the first woman to hold a major world title, the first woman to hold a major world title.
Yes, she was still relatively early in her career, and I'm not going to sit here and lie and say it was completely 100% memorable, as I'm sure it wasn't for her as well. It was like, I can't. Uh, this is where the brain injuries come back. Um, Because I can say, yeah, I remember working Tessa. I don't remember the specifics of the match. It was.
I found
It,
it.
you did?
I'll send it to you after this, but yes, I found
Oh
it.
my gosh. Eek.
Matthias
You're
brought it
like
up.
a little private investigator. You should totally do that for wrestlers.
No, I'd get sidetracked on a single topic. It'd be like somebody was a mortician. Well, they had a dead end job. Well, they have a lot of stiff competition. Well, everyone's dying to meet them. I'd just drop three one-liners on a single subject and would lose track. But yes,
Yes.
I have the match right here.
Oh my
But
goodness.
yeah, it's wow. Posted 10 years ago, Wrestling with Redbeard. 2/8 of 2015. Yes.
That was. Oh, okay. I think. Yeah. Oh my
2/8
goodness.
or 8. Yes, I have
My
it right
fa-
here, and I'm like, but
It's
he was spray
probably not.
tanning it up and everything.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey,
Oh my
I've
gosh, I
seen
get
both.
embarrassed.
I'm pretty sure I've watched about 100 hours worth of matches this week, or this the last 2-3 weeks.
Right.
But I love wrestling. I watched this one in the shuffle. I was like, wait, that's Tessa Blanchard. It was one of the first ones that popped up. But I love
Yeah.
having access to YouTube. Like wrestling in 2008, 2009, YouTube wrestling wasn't as big as it is now.
So we had to create our own videos on YouTube, and it took hours because we didn't have compression files now. So we're like uploading stuff from video recordings we did on the very first iPhone, and it's horrible quality. And oh, it like I have one that I uploaded. It was Lillie Mae versus Andy Dalton, and it's like a 7 or 8 minute match, and it's a comedy match, and just you look at the quality of it now, and you're like, whoa. Technology has come a long way, and the access to people to be able to do that has totally increased from 2007 and 8 till now.
16 years ago, Andy Dalton and NSF, which
Yeah, it
is
was
Lillie Mae. Yeah, I can
yeah,
tell the quality.
yeah. New School Federation Wrestling was the promotion.
I remember those old school bar logos. I wasn't old enough for a bar, but they just looked cool to me. It's like I love the old school logos. It's that love of that joy for me.
Yeah, and
But
I had the best memories in there. Anyways,
how did you get into reffing? Like I'm sitting here like ooh, like
so
because that's a big transition right there.
right, and it actually helped me be a better ref to actually be a wrestler. Um, so it was 2020, 2021 in the midst of COVID. I had started to want to get back into wrestling again. And my cousin came with me to a local show where our other cousin was wrestling at. And we watched it, and I had talked to the promoter, and the promoter remembered who I was. And I was like, look, I know I can't wrestle anymore. However, I know you're looking for a ref. I would love to be a part of it if you would have me. So the next show he called me. He was like, "Yeah, He said we'll try you out a couple of matches." So the first match I refed were Charlie Haas's children, Chuck and Russ Haas versus each other, and I'm in there. And they're like, get in the ring with them, roll around, see how you feel." So I'm rolling around there and I'm giving them some advice, and I hear a voice in the background go, "Finally, somebody's telling them the truth." Because I swear to God, I didn't know who those kids were. I just knew they were going to be on the card, and I wanted to help them have the best match that they could have. And I turn around and it's Charlie Haas.
It's one thing your dad telling you compared to someone, which I understand. My dad's been a baseball coach for
But I'm nobody. I was
25
nobody.
years. Hey, one day, hey, if you learn wrestling, there's never learning too much. Like, hey, it depends where you place your hands in a tie up. If it's tighter,
Right.
always keep it tight with the tie ups. That's what I've been taught. The little bit of
And
wrestling training I have, I try to be like learn more through matches.
mhm. And I had met Charlie in my prior tenure in wrestling when I had done some seminars with him, and he had came to my local home promotion. So he didn't remember who I was because I wasn't as big as I was. I had lost the weight, but I was like, "Hey, yeah, Lillie Mae," and he was like, "Oh my gosh!" And then his kids ended up working, and it was a hair versus hair match. So I got to shave Chuck's head,
I
and
it's Charlie Haas has an
Charlie,
interesting wrestling story. Charlie Horse. I get those a lot
absolutely,
at my age. I need to drink more fluids.
more
Not
water.
Mountain Dew or sweet tea. What's
Mine's
that?
Coca Cola.
Coca-Cola flavored water, Southern sweet tea, and a koozie.
Be still my heart.
I'm married. I'm married. It's
Hey,
sweet
hey,
tea so thick. It's sweet tea so thick the straw stands up on its own.
hey. That's the only kind you can drink is syrup.
I've met people who make sweet tea with 2 teaspoons of sugar per gallon. We almost fought. I almost shoot fought him. Almost a shoot.
I I can do unsweet tea in small amounts. Like when I know I need to like cut back on the carbs and the sugar intake for sure.
I,
So I
But
didn't mean
Charlie Haas, his brother had
yeah,
passed away, and he wrestled a career for both him and his brother, and he made it all the way to the big time. Let's be honest,
right.
that is amazing. But Charlie Haas, the biggest thing of the last that I've heard about is he's cleaned up a little. He's cleaned up, and
Oh
I was
yeah.
like so glad to hear. I'm like, I saw him wrestle. Who was that? Josh Alexander. I got emotional seeing Charlie Haas being his old school wrestling self, like doing the suplexes and stuff, seeing him be what was that? World's greatest tag team Charlie Haas.
Right.
Like it felt good
Absolutely.
seeing that.
And
And I hope to
Charlie's
meet
a
him one
great
day.
guy. No, he's a great guy. Super knowledgeable. He's all my encounters with him. He's always been very uplifting to the younger talent and trying to give them the knowledge that he has because he believes that wrestling is an art. And man, if you don't believe wrestling is an art and a craft when you're in it, you're in the wrong business. Um, but
What
it
do they
was very.
wrestle on?
I'm sorry.
What do wrestlers wrestle on?
On the mat.
On a canvas.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
that's
it's a form of
oh
art right there.
yes, no, that's
I've
beautiful.
heard it, and I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna repeat that because it's one of those things where it is an art because anybody can do a front okay, not anybody can do a front bump or a flip bump or anything like that. But to make it look good, it takes time, it takes knowledge, and the more you learn, the more you earn.
Absolutely. And like paying your dues is a big part of it. Like learning how matches work, watching tape, seeing what people react to, what they don't react to. And if you can't read that, that is a big part of what I think um, people my age, I'll say, like want to pass down to the younger talent. Like, no, I didn't make it big, but I do have experience. I learned from I think some of the best people in the industry.
You are so humble. I read you've actually wrestled for the NWA Women's Championship. That is
Yeah,
not just not anyone. That is a somebody right there. You've wrestled for the NWA Women's Championship. A belt that has had what 90 years of history. You've gotten your
yeah.
name is attached to that belt. So don't hold yourself short of anything.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, Tasha Simone, like that was a different animal too, man. She'd been around for a while when I worked her, and it was all old school wrestling. Like I was wearing extensions in my hair at the time because I'd gotten a really bad haircut, and she ripped my extension out and threw it at me. Like, how
Hey,
do you react to that?
you don't know whether to grab up or like look and feel like I
I
don't
was
know.
like,
My hair's
well,
already falling out.
that was $80 right there. I mean, just for that one piece of hair.
I've never gotten
But
extensions. My hair's that natural length. It's a little bit shorter than goth, but we're cool with it.
hey, I dig it.
I keep it short because if the sides are too long, I get too hot. Because
Oh yeah, the back of my head is shaved right now, but it's the coolest it's been. But mine was because I had surgery in April.
yes, and I'm glad you took care of your aunt or 2 weeks
Yeah,
ago.
my
2 weeks
aunt.
ago.
Yeah, she's
Yes,
doing a lot
I'm
better.
good, 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 good. I forgot to ask that
But
before we started, but it was one of those things. I was like, "Who did she go to the doctor for?" And
oh
I
yeah,
just clicked. But yes, but hey, I take care of my family. Like I had my brother over here about 20 minutes ago before we started this. Oh, that was almost an hour ago, actually.
oh wow.
I'm
Well,
losing track of
I mean,
time.
family is everything. So
I mean, my wife hand stitched. Where's my hat? I forgot
put
my
it
hat.
on.
I don't know where it's at. But the logo and everything, like the snacks and suplexes stuff. Here's the old one, the first ever hat. My wife hand stitches all the logos on the hats.
Oh, that's awesome.
I went from this one to leather patches because leather just looks good and it's
It
making a
looks
comeback.
nice.
I mean, in Texas, leather is everything. They're one of the biggest
Always.
leather. The there's not where's that at? I can't tell you where in Texas, but one point of that is one of the largest manufacturers in the world of leather goods. So I love
Lucchese.
having knowledge. I love reading a lot.
No, that's good. But
Yes.
so I was gonna say back to. Do you want to go back to my refing stuff?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Sorry, we kind of hopped
You
around.
yes, I was like, I jumped a little bit, but I saw you wrestled a Texas bull rope match against Portia. Is it Portia Perez?
Yes, Portia was like one of the top women on the scene at that time. She was huge with Shine, Ring of Honor. She was in a tag team with Nicole Matthews, and they were the Canadian Ninjas, and super, super awesome. Portia. So that fun, oddly enough, that ties into my NWA story. Um, I that weekend I was wrestling in Tennessee against Tasha for the NWA women's belt, and that next day in San Antonio, from Nashville, Tennessee to San Antonio, Texas, was the American Joshi Queen of Queens tournament. I was like, this was the first time I'd actually qualified for it. And earlier that year, I'd wrestled a guy. His name was JT LaMotta. He drop kicked me and he broke my nose. Like literally, it shattered my nose. Like, hold on, I'm trying. Like, you see how
Ooh.
it's curved?
Yes, yes.
Like, I had to have surgery on it then. So I was recovering from surgery, and the fact that like this was gonna be one of my second or third matches back was awesome to me. So I come out, they announce me for the tournament, and Portia attacks me and literally like punches me in the nose, and my nose starts bleeding everywhere. Like, shoot. I mean, she didn't mean to really hit me, but it caught me, and they didn't think it was best that I work the rest of the tournament, considering they didn't know it since I just had surgery. Um,
Ooh, so you understand how you understood the feeling of Becky Lynch when she had her face broken. You're like, oh my god, I know exactly how that is. Going into shock and still like, and not remembering the mat and not remembering getting it broken. Like that's
yeah, it totally sucked. So like I wasn't playing at that point. The Anarchy Championship office asked me what match I wanted. That was the match I chose.
hey, your name is forever attached to that belt.
It's and I love the fact that I can say I did that. Not everybody
Oh,
can say they
absolutely.
did that.
Someone that I've tried to get an interview with, but she is very hard to contact. I love her to death because we've shared messages back and forth. Leilani Kai, one of the original women to hold
Oh yeah.
WWF women's tag team gold.
Oh my
She was so
gosh.
lucky in her career to not have had a major injury and lose any time, but she is she's like, you know about me? Like I had added her on Facebook and I was like, oh, I
Right.
know
Yeah,
who you
she's in
are. Former
Florida.
WWF Women's Tag Team Champion. She's like, you
Hmm.
remember the W, the extra W, and I little things
Three
like that are
W's.
what. Yes, my brain wanted to say five, but I didn't listen.
Yeah, she's in Florida, I believe. She was big into starting Shimmer and Shine for women, like when I was working, and she was a big name around then. And her and Lexi Fife, they were like, if you need anything, you go to, or if you want to be somebody in women's wrestling, you go to these two women. So,
And she's still a fan of it too. Like I've seen her at some independent shows. Someone's
hmm
like, some of the younger talent are like, who is that? And then you see the vets who come in from the back, like they always like acknowledge or do something to her. And for the heels, she's booing at the guardrail, and it's like so sweet to see. She's that
I
old
went.
school, and I love it.
Well, I went to an all girls show this past weekend, and most of these girls don't know who I am. That's totally fine. I'm not there for any kind of clout or anything like that. But a couple of the fans recognized who I was and told one of the girls, "Do y'all know who this girl is?" And I was like, "Oh no, no, don't do that." And they're like, "Do your history, do your research. She set the groundwork for you." And I was like, "Why are you getting so defensive? Like, chill out." But that was a humbling experience. Like, you don't really realize the impact you have on something until you step away and then take another look.
It's the little things like that. Like I'm doing my first live show interviews at the next Midwest Wrestling Combat show, like with fans.
How
I'm excited
fun!
for that one. It's it's gonna be weird for me because I have my first microphone and everything, like my first live mics, because I just use a big one on my desk. You can see the nice
Hmm.
little purple thing. But yes, I'm
Yeah.
excited for that to acknowledge the fans because there's a group of guys that high energy at the start and they're like, oh, we're part of a group who gets to go to different events, special friends at Fort Wayne, super great guys. All of them, they're like, are you able to interview everyone? I was like, we're going to go back to back to back, 8 people in a row. We're going to do it all at once. I was excited.
Well, went backstage and I was asking a couple of the girls. I was like, "Hey, can I do some interviews with you?" And they're like, "Interviews?" And I was like, "Yeah, I actually teamed up with the Wrestling Society Network, and me and a couple other girls. We are launching our own podcast. It's going to be called Turnbuckle Talk." And we're going to be relaunching in September. So I'm super excited for that. So I got to interview some of the younger talent and got to talk to them and get to know them. And it is such a great experience. Like, Texas independent wrestling is really up and coming, and I'm so excited to see what they have to offer.
What was the name of that? I want to make sure I have that set aside.
Yeah, Turnbuckle Talk.
Turnbuckle talk. Okay.
Mhm.
I love listening to podcasts. I do.
Oh, me too.
And
Like, you don't
and the
realize how
double
much you
T thing.
learn.
Oh, absolutely. I listened to Russellholic's 6 Feet Under podcast with the Undertaker because it's
Oh,
Undertaker. Why
yeah.
wouldn't it? And it's like hearing him go out of kayfabe. It's like you're not supposed to do that, and it's just him being himself because there's so many stories to tell. Him wanting to work with Andre, him and Andre not crossing paths. That's one of those what ifs in wrestling. That would have been a good feud. Because Taker can work with Andre. Andre would make Taker look like $1 million.
Oh, I got to interview a woman. She's known as the godmother of wrestling in New Jersey. And she was like, I dated Andre the Giant. And I was like, so many questions pop up that are probably not appropriate for wrestling. Uh,
I can't say, but yeah, yeah.
but oh my gosh, my kids are being so loud. Y'all can't hear them, can you?
Oh no, I can't hear. Like I'm watching my mic here, which picks up both mics and shows me what the noise level is. Oh, it's barely halfway, so I barely hear anything on your end. My kids are loud.
Okay. Well, give me one. Can I take like 1 second to go check on them?
You're fine. You're fine.
I'm
Take your time.
sorry.
You're fine. While she's there, I'm going to. Sure. Oh, I didn't see you were in the queue. I'm sorry. I'll hop back in and we'll just do. Or I'm sorry. I was so like deeply looking at that. Hop back in and I'm waiting for you. Just hop in, bro.
Okay, I'm back. I'm so sorry.
You're fine. I get it. I have two kids of my own, and I got Latino Heat TM in the queue. I didn't even see him before, but he's been in previously. There he is.
Yo, what's
Hey,
up?
hola.
Hey, I just want to say I was the one that messaged you on Snapchat about joining the podcast.
Oh, hey, how are you?
Sorry,
But
I'm
you're you look like
I'm in
you
the
look
middle of
wore out,
driving
bro.
home, so
Oh,
yeah, it's
no
been a long
worries.
day,
Be
man.
safe.
Yeah,
But
where I'm at, the connection's terrible, guys. I apologize.
Oh,
that's
no
all of Indiana.
worries.
That's all of Indiana. So while we're both here, I can trace my our family lineage back to 1710 in Texas, which was then Mexico.
Oh my gosh.
So I can trace us that far back. My grandfather came here after World War II, so that would have been 1950,
1950s?
1948 to 1950. He came here to Fort Wayne, but he was from Texas. If I figure out an exact location, I'll send it to you. Like I love doing the research, but I'd been holding that in to where Latino he could hear it as well.
That's
That's so
awesome.
awesome. My
Our
husband's
grandmother's
family
from
is
here.
from Monterey, and he can trace his back to his great great grandfather.
Goes
So I
back
thought that was
before.
pretty cool.
It's amazing what the stuff will do. But Fort Wayne has one of the best uh genealogy web organizations in the country, which I've used it to find all sorts of things. To find out Fort Wayne had a serial killer. 1940s, 1930s and 40s. So before any of us were born.
I was like, are we talking to one?
Oh
No, I'm
no,
kidding.
no, no,
I'm
no.
joking.
I don't
Totally
have that kind of
joking.
free time. And
No,
Latino
I've
Heat,
been.
I'm trying to figure out where you're at based on location, but I can't see the background. You're up by Coliseum.
No,
You're not?
no.
That's by Imagine School or
Yeah,
St. Francis.
that was Imagine.
I can
That's why the
barely see
connection's so bad, dude. It's because it always sucks over here. But
Do you have any questions, bro, while you're here?
who is your all-time favorite wrestler? I may have missed it. I was in the middle of doing laundry.
No,
Chris
we did not
Jericho.
get to that one yet.
Chris Jericho?
Ooh, that's a very good choice. Which decade of Chris Jericho?
Yeah.
Early?
So WCW going into WWE, then pause for Jericho, then pause for the list.
Oh yes, that is a very good one.
Okay.
The List Jericho. When he does
So,
Painmaker, I don't know how to feel about that because it's not. If you
Yeah,
would have
not my thing.
not
so
for you.
is your obsession with Jericho enough to leave your husband for Jericho, or do you just like how he
No,
is in the ring and his like Jericho
no,
started
I've
off
heard
as
too
very
many rumors.
amazing.
I've never met Chris Jericho, so I don't know. I'm going on from what I've heard from people that have met him. I know. But regardless, he's still one of my favorite in-ring workers of all time, like hands down. Uh, he's creative. He made something, a product when there was no product. Like he was essential in starting the cruiserweights and that entire era. So you can't discredit that he brought that. And then when he transitioned from WWE to AEW, I think the stuff he did with them was totally groundbreaking.
Him losing the belt, I thought that was hilarious, and he pulled it off like
Yeah.
somebody had stolen the belt.
Dude, he throws the best tantrums of like all times. Like Flair has the best like delayed face bump.
The flop.
Jericho
Oh, the
throws the
flop,
best
yes.
tantrums. Yes.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, what was that?
I'm listening, guys.
Jericho
I'm
in
just
'08.
focused.
Hey, you're
No, you're
driving.
driving. Safety first.
Hey, I'm digging the
The
jersey you
dude
got
behind
there,
me was
bro.
going like really fast for a minute, so I just started watching this if he was trying to pass me.
Hey, you picked up on my you actually look good on camera, bro. Nice jersey. We
Hey,
have a couple different ones out. I've got my Halloween themed one with
Aw,
my name on the back.
55.
It's a 5 and 5 that looks like an S and S. It's the running gag. It's funny
so
to me.
you said I I've been able to listen better since I'm driving. You said you have kids. If they wanted
Yeah,
to get into the business,
Yeah.
would you let them do it?
so absolutely I would. I'm gonna say their father probably would not. I mean, he would let my son, but not my daughter. Um, namely because he knows my entire story, and um, when Speak Out came out, like I might have had some things to say, but I kept quiet because I was not gonna let that define me. You Everybody goes through bad times, and I'm gonna say something that's a little controversial, but everybody, a large part of people knew what they were doing at that time, and I'll just leave it at that. And so he like to expose my daughter to what the business is now since Speak Out did happen. I would be there to kind of guide her, and I know so many people in the business that could. So I would just caution her. My son, I would just tell him, don't wear your heart on your sleeve in wrestling. Like, you gotta have tough skin.
Yeah, I don't know how we connected. No idea.
No,
I
I
think that
don't,
you
I like,
posted a picture of you in your ref shirt, and I just messaged you randomly.
yeah, I try to get back to everybody that messages me. Like, so many people blow people off, but you never know who you're gonna meet or get to talk to.
Yeah, I
Yes.
did send you a screenshot of when you guys first got on, so you could remember that I set you up to talk.
Aw,
I don't
I
I don't forget
appreciate that.
people. And I like left you. I didn't mean to like not message you for
Worked
a few
out
days,
before
but
you
then you
guys could
popped
get
up
set up.
active. You popped up active. I was like, let me shoot her a message. Like, I know in Texas is a little bit different because every time that I've been on Facebook, it's like 2 or 3 in the morning, and I don't like messaging people outside of normal people hours. So I
Oh,
try to
I'm
respect
totally
other
rude.
people.
I will.
Oh, I don't hear my phone. My brother knows my phone's on silent no matter the time of day.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I cannot stand for my phone to ring.
I
I don't
hate
want it to.
phones. I don't do social media either.
What?
I don't.
Well, I
I
mean,
don't have.
I've been at like I don't want to say the forefront, but like I've always had some aspect of social media because in wrestling, like unless that was the easiest way to connect with people because people don't want to give you their phone numbers.
I don't.
I've
And
only
I give you my snap, but I won't give you my phone number.
I've only encountered 3 wrestlers I've given my phone numbers to, but that's because they needed assistance outside of wrestling. So I'm like, hey,
mhm.
I got you. Come on. But while Latino Heat is hanging out here, I will offer you the same thing that I have previously. Every person that's on Snacks and Suplexes, I am mailing either a signed 8x10 of Michael Christian, which is myself, or a signed what is that? Playing not a playing card, sports card. There we go. I will
Um,
mail them to you on no charge.
I'll take the 8x10 since I have a folder of them.
I'm doing this because wrestling is about giving back, and I love seeing people smile because my wife and I are doing a
Oh,
full photo shoot in a few weeks of me in my old wrestling singlet and my Snacks and Suplexes shirt, just because to tease the idea of me getting back into fully wrestling, which is like,
th-
why not?
that'll be so much fun.
Yes.
I found one of my old gear tops and I let my daughter put it on, and I'll send you the picture later. It's like swallows her, and then I put it on and it swallows me. So like I'm gonna have to send you those. It's so funny. Like I loved my gear too.
Oh, absolutely. With Tito, he actually tried on my wrestling gear. Remember the
How'd that work out?
wrestling
Yeah.
singlet? And
I
he
did a
has a
funny
picture.
pose.
He did a wrestling pose, like a takedown. It was funny, and I'm either gonna recreate that one or I'm gonna do like I've got three different ideas, and I'll send you pictures of them once they're taken because we're doing it at an old baseball field, which we both used to play. So we're
Oh,
doing
how
some fun stuff.
fun.
But I wanted to make sure I got to you. I've already let Dirt Sheet Dan in on this. I'm gonna let Anthony know, who's the reason this podcast came to be what it is. Anthony
Yes.
Toatelli, if you ever get to watch him wrestle, he is one of the sweetest people you will ever meet outside of the ring.
Well, thank you so much, Anthony, for helping start this. I'm enjoying being on it with Michael.
He's we got to be at we met him at the same show we met Paloma Star.
Oh, okay.
At the same exact show. So wrestling, you cross paths with a lot of people.
So
Latino
many
Heat
people.
here and I were in what 3 rows behind front at an independent show. And we had a blast. I had a
Independent
headband on.
wrestling is so great. Like, you'll never experience anything else like it.
Oh, absolutely. Latino Heat, you got any more questions, man? I know you look tired, man. I know you got
Oh,
work in
dude,
the
I'm
morning. So do
exhausted,
I.
man. No, I just want to say thank you for following through and joining the podcast.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Like,
Like
I
it's my
love.
twin brother's creation, and any chance like there's a guest that makes me happy because he's getting to do what he wants.
Hey, that's what all I can ask for is to help other people.
Latino
I
Heat here is how
appreciate
I
it.
got into wrestling, actually. Twin brothers, but I was never like wrestling was never in my front ground. I loved Power Rangers. If you can't tell by the Power Ranger helmet hanging out right here.
I can play the Power Rangers theme song on my clarinet.
Oh,
Hey,
I
we're
mean,
gonna need a video of that so we can post it on the YouTube channel.
no, that needs to be on Turnbuckle Talk. That needs to be like how
Oh
you
my
introduce
gosh.
yourself, because that'd be interesting.
Like I was a huge Power Ranger dork. Like so I have a shoot video that I did with Jason David Frank at it was the Austin Comic Con in 2017, and
You met
I was pregnant.
Jason?
Yeah, I met him. Yeah, and I was pregnant with my daughter at the time, and I was like, I'm gonna ask him about CM Punk. I'm asking him about CM Punk because at the time CM Punk had just left WWE and he was starting his illustrious MMA career, and he was running his mouth about Jason David Frank, like in like 2 or 3 videos. He was like, oh yeah, I'd take him, and I'm mouthy, so I was like, hey, what do you think about this? And like 30 minutes later, he's like, he'll never be shit, and da da da, it's because blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, tell me how you really feel. But like when he passed, that was like
It crushed
the
your
air was
soul.
out of my sail.
Oh,
Like
absolutely.
I cried for days.
Give me one moment.
No, you're
He
totally
actually
fine.
got me into Power Rangers.
Really.
Yeah, my brother did. Like I was never really into it, but I'm going back and watching it.
So like it's super corny and so you didn't get the tiger one.
This is
No,
Lord
it's a,
Draken. It's a
Oh,
combination of
Lord
both of them.
Draken, it's his after one, after the Dino Rangers.
Yes, this would have been if the alternate storyline where Tommy never got the
Right.
good rate became good. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I can talk forever about Power Rangers. Did you know Skull is actually a producer for the season 3 of Power Rangers? He actually did
I did
writing
not.
too.
Jason Marvey?
Yes,
Oh
doctor,
wow.
doctor. He's got a doctorate in theater or theater or in one of the theater based things. I found
Oh
that out. I
wow.
thought it was the coolest thing because one of the girls I met through when I did live streaming before, she was one of his students.
That's
And
really
she's like,
cool.
"Do you know this guy in Power Rangers?" I was like, "Who?" She took a picture mid class. I was like, "He did Bulk and Skull. Like, he's the reason that I love being dorky and being yourself because this was an idea that was thrown together last minute and it's corny and I love it."
So you know, a gift of having ADHD is having like a photographic memory.
Yes.
So I don't know if you can, but I can totally like play the scene, the opening credits scene for scene in my head and remember like the names of everybody and like that's how I remembered his name because I had like that picture popped up in my head of him in bulk being covered with the shit in the Angel Grove Teen Center.
Juice bar.
Yeah, at the juice bar, and then
Yes.
their names popped up at that time.
Yes. That would have been Zach's birthday. Black Knight episode was the villain.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
And you saw me go to that place of like figuring out where.
Yes, and go ahead.
What is your hot take in wrestling? Like, what's something that you've always like say like it doesn't mean if you're the top of the card, bottom of the card, put in 100% effort, or some people have said put money into your gimmick. So if like you're evil or a creature of the undead, eye black, never too much eye black. I've heard that and I'm like, that is interesting, but okay.
No, that's a fact. Like, if you're like an evil undead character, black is the way to go. You could black out your entire body and wrestle in a complete lucha gear, and it's gonna go over. But with wrestling, I just say mainly like be yourself. Like take who you are and take it to that next level. Like I did the country girl thing. I made it so stupid. People loved it. Like the first time we were out there, I was like, I'm so fascinated with this indoor plumbing. I've been flushing the toilets nonstop. And so my catch line was, I don't get it. Okay, at that point, I have 3 college degrees. I'm a nurse. I like it's hilarious because
Oh, I have a bunch of these too. Power Ranger
oh,
crossovers with Ninja Turtles.
that's awesome. I want that.
I have
No,
the complete collection except one.
no, I had Castle Grayskull. I was also a He-Man and She-Ra fan.
I actually have figures for the Austin match too.
Oh, you totally do.
Yes, Latino he and I always find figures, so if we have the funding, we go for it.
See, I always tried to start collecting the figurines, but somehow they ended up outside of the package played with.
Oh, I am known for opening figures so terribly that it makes this man mad.
But
I
I know
disagree.
workers that like they have entire rooms dedicated to wrestling memorabilia, belts, everything.
Hey, hey, Heat, go inside.
Yeah, you look like you're gonna go to sleep.
No, he need you need to see his setup.
Oh, his room. Okay.
He's on the opposite side of town as me, and this man has dedicated a whole place to wrestling. That's why he was smiling so hard.
That's funny.
I'll come
But
back out and grab my phone, please. Give me a moment.
like I know people that have spent thousands of dollars just on replica belts.
Oh no, he likes the figures mainly. He only has
Yeah.
one toy belt, and hey, it's still very pretty.
Mm. I went to WrestleMania. Well, I didn't go to WrestleMania. I went to Vegas for WrestleMania weekend this year, and I was at WrestleCon, and man, the amount of replica belts that were there, like people just carrying them. I was like, how do you get on a plane with that?
Yeah.
But that means I obviously didn't win very many championships when I was a
Yeah.
worker.
This is his room. This is one of the rooms.
Oh my gosh.
And
Look
then
at
I
all
got more
those.
down here. And I got more down here.
I would have a heyday in there.
Oh, he loves
I don't really
figures.
open them.
I'd see that.
What's your count to?
I'm over 2,000.
Oh, geez. That's an investment.
But I got my very first one still too, though. I don't get rid of them.
I'm telling you, that's self-control and dedication.
Hey,
And you're in.
when you don't have kids or anything, it's easy.
Oh, that visor's awesome.
You want to see my favorite figure though?
Of course. Funko Pop. Oh, it's of your brother.
It was a birthday gift from him.
Oh, obviously from him.
Yeah. Did I leave? No, I didn't. Is my earbud not yet?
No, you're there.
All
I
right.
was scrolling.
But I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna
Okay.
still be in the chat, but I'm gonna get my night clothes off because I'm tired.
No problem. Well, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you introducing me to Michael.
Yeah, no problem. Hopefully we have you on again soon.
Yeah, I'd love to.
All right, bro. Have a good night, man. Thank you for hopping in. We appreciate it.
My pleasure. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. You're
He's
muted, bro.
muted.
I'll leave once he gets it figured out.
No worries. Yep, your audio
Ah,
is gone.
he said
So
he's
are we
gonna
taking
call
it
it.
home?
For some reason, your audio's stuck on muted. Are you catching what he's saying? Because I'm reading his lips.
Nothing.
He said, "Thank you for being on," and
You're
it's
welcome.
time to close the podcast. He's gonna get his kids ready for bed.
No worries. Thank
It's
you so
still
much for
muted.
having me on.
He's apologizing that it's going out.
It's okay. No worries.